I wholeheartedly support this resolution, and I commend Chairman Royce for his important work and leadership on this issue. Any successful negotiation must be based on mutual trust and respect. Trusting and respecting the Iranian regime as an equal member of the world's community of nuclear power producers would be a tragic mistake, in my view. Iran has not earned our trust, or Israel's trust, or the world's trust. For 35 years, Iran has done anything but earn our trust. It's time for Iran to free Christian pastor Saeed Abedini. Iran's horrific human rights violations, their state sponsorship of terrorism, and public condemnations of our own country, and their repeated denials of Israel's right to exist spell potential disaster here, I'm afraid. Let's not trust the untrustworthy. This dilemma reminds me of the scorpion and the frog fable that my friend Tom Cotton recently used. A frog is about to cross a river when he's asked for a ride by a scorpion. Now, the frog knew that scorpions are poisonous and untrustworthy. He knew that if the scorpion stung him on the way across the river, they would both drown. When the frog asked for assurance from the scorpion replied, "Of course I won't sting you. If I do, we'll both drown." Halfway across the river, of course, the scorpion struck. And as they were both headed for their demise, the frog asked, "Why did you sting me?" To which the scorpion responded, "Because it is my nature." Even though the frog knew that the safe way to go was to say no to the scorpion, he caved in, dismissed better judgment, and the result was tragic. Let us not repeat the mistake of the frog. We cannot give Iran a free ride across the Rubicon to nuclear weapons. We must not hand the keys of nuclear proliferation to a scorpion-like regime that cannot be trusted. So what do? We can't do a bad deal. We can't walk away, but we also can't trust Iran. What must Iran do to gain our trust? Treat its people right. Treat its neighbors right. Treat Israel right, with dignity and respect. I think we have many rivers to cross before we get to that state. As we work on this Iranian nuclear dilemma, which will take years, we need to seek concrete progress towards these civil liberties that have been mentioned today. They must stop the crimes against humanity exposed in Chairman Royce's resolution. To gain our trust, Iran must acknowledge the right of Israel to exist and stop financing. I request 30 seconds, Mr.
I request, Mr. Speaker, if I could yield the gentleman an additional 30 seconds.
Gentleman's yielded 30 seconds.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Mr. Speaker. In the 1930s, the world trusted a scorpion, thinking that we had achieved peace in our time, and millions paid the price for that mistake with their lives. Let's not stand here someday and admit that we messed up because we trusted an Iranian scorpion. I yield back.